Our photojournalist Tahir looks back on the life and times of Dr. Russell Anderson, an African-American icon.
Dr. Russell Anderson was one of our early pioneers here in Lynn County.
Dr. Anderson overcame racial segregation by obtaining an education. He received his degree in biological science in 1928, followed by a master's in 1930 and his PhD in 1933.
He came from the north, but once he migrated to Tallahassee, he opened the first medical clinic, one of the first medical clinics that was here in Tallahassee.
In his autobiography, he talks about being the first African American to get a PhD from the Department of Science at the University of Pittsburgh, a huge accomplishment.
He was also one of the founders of the Florida A&M University Hospital, and as such was the first medical director.
In 1956, the hospital was the only public medical facility for blacks within 150 miles. By 1957, Dr. Anderson founded the Anderson Brickler Medical Clinic with his son-in-law.
He built the Anderson Clinic on South Adams Street, which still stands today. And the important thing about it is that this, his legacy is being continued by his son-in-law, his grandson, and his granddaughter.
During Dr. Anderson's time at Florida A&M University Hospital, health facilities in Leon County were still segregated.
We had TMH Hospital, but blacks could not go there for services, nor could any doctor practice, black doctor practice at TMH. Dr. Anderson was the first to make application to serve as a medical professional at TMH, but his application was rejected.
But being the civil rights activist that he was, he continued to work across all lines to help break down some of the barriers.
In Tallahassee, many people would attest to the services that they received from Dr. Anderson, delivering babies, healing colds, whatever, because that was where blacks went for their medical care.
Dr. Anderson was the first African American to run for the Leon County School Board, and despite receiving the highest number of votes, he didn't win, losing to his opponent, a man with a sixth grade education.
He is also one of the foot soldiers in the civil rights sidewalk downtown, because in addition to his open activism, he also gave money to help bail out some of the students who were arrested at Florida A&M during the bus boycott.
When I asked Ms. Barnes why Dr. Anderson would be the perfect example of an African American icon,
he was a person who persevered. He overcame the odds, but he still didn't forget that there was a struggle and that he needed to be a part of that to make a change.
Dr. Russell Anderson paved the way for many African Americans over the years, making it possible for the once Foothill Hospital to not only serve as an administration center, but also provide students with quality health services. In Tallahassee, Tahir Lee, WTXL ABC 27, dedicated to you.